Hello folks, Fuzzfinger here, and today is episode of Final Fantasy IV. We're going to be going to the moon. So please do come and join me, don't forget to hit that like button, and be subscribed to my YouTube channel. Righty-ho, so off we go to the moon, and we're going to go aboard our new moon ship as we head towards the crystal here inside. And only examine this once you're ready to actually move on ahead with the story. And when you are examining that crystal, we'll kick things off. Wow, photorealistic texture of the moon there. Oh, we get an achievement for reaching this place as well. Always nice to see. Okay, so first thing we're going to do now that we've landed here, it's kind of like a new overworld map, as you can see. But this one looking very moony, but with some crystals scattered all over the place. We're going to just go ahead and make sure we've mapped out the entire region, as per usual. And now the map has been explored, so we're going to start by entering our first destination. It's basically lots of caves around the moon area. As you can imagine, there's not a whole lot in the way of towns. So we're going to go ahead and land. And don't forget, once you land in this ship, you need to actually make your way out, and then you'll appear on the outside of the Lunar Whale. Go ahead and save. And we're just going to head straight on inside this area now. This is Hemingway Abode. And inside we'll see lots of whatever Hemingway is, rabbit creatures I guess. And we can say hello to them. And they all just do this kind of humming sound. Except there's one over here, possibly this one, that can sell items to us. So if you need to stock up on the good old high potions, Phoenix Downs, whatever the case may be, then by all means come and speak to this little fella over here. And as far as your guild's concerned, I don't think we need to really be purchasing any more equipment in terms of weapons and whatnot. So by all means, start using your guild to stock up on healing stuff. Cottages are a good thing to get, as are remedies. I'm just going to see how many remedies I've got. 16. Just going to try and stock up a little bit on these because they're always a nice thing to have. In fact, yeah, that should be enough. And cottages, try and aim for about 40. We will be using them. Don't you worry about that. I'm going to go for just a few more remedies as well. 43 should do nicely. Plenty of gil luck so we can afford to purchase them. Don't worry about spending your gil on the dry ethers and elixirs. They're just too expensive still in my opinion. But you can always come back to this cave whenever you want to. Right then, so over here you've probably noticed these sparkles. We're going to go ahead and loot the level lust augment. And that's actually something we're going to want to give to Cecil pretty much immediately. So we'll head over to items here, key items, and then we're going to go ahead and teach that to Cecil. If you do a second game, by the way, after you completed Final Fantasy IV, Cecil will get to keep this level lust ability. So if we just go down to his abilities here. We're going to get rid of his white magic for now. And equip the level lust. As you can see, it boosts experience for the entire party. So whoever's in your group is going to be able to benefit from Cecil having this item equipped, this augment. So we're definitely going to go ahead and do so. Just have it equipped there and that's all you'll need to do. And we won't really be using Cecil for healing anymore. So don't worry about using him for healing in battle. But he can still heal outside of battle. Okay. Right then. Let's just go back to the key item screen. Because I noticed just that there's quite a few other augments that we haven't been messing around with yet, so let's have a look at some of them now while we've got the chance to do so. Okay, so we've got Brace here, Kick and Focus. These were Yang's abilities, if you remember. We got them recently. We're going to give these to Sessa. We're only going to teach them to him, though, for now. Kick. And finally, Focus. Okay, and then the other ability that we can learn for the time being is MP plus 50%, which we're going to go ahead and give to Rydia. And we're not going to actually equip them at the moment. You should have these others if you've been following my walkthrough perfectly. Analyze, Inferno, Darkness and Gil Farmer. Just keep holding on to those for the time being. So that's the main reason we came here, is for the level lust augments into this cave thing. But don't forget, you can also buy those items. So we'll go ahead and save once more. Right, now we're going to be entering the next area, so we're going to board the Lunar Whale. Head to the navigation cube. And we're going to start heading north, and you'll see this crystal building here. But you'll find that you can't actually land next to it. There's just not enough space, unfortunately. So instead what we're going to do, we're going to have to make our way to this place, which is a little bit annoying because we're going to have to face the random enemy encounters, but that's how they've designed it. So it's what we're going to have to do. We're going to look over somewhere around here. Okay, we're just going to go here, look. I was looking for another cave actually, but I was getting confused. So now we can, still can't access this, as you can see. So we're going to start by heading in through this tunnel here, and obviously there's going to be enemy encounters, the likes of which we've not yet seen. So one thing I would like to recommend to you is that most of these encounters can be defeated easily by using the dragon ability. These black flans are somewhat annoying because they are quite resilient to physical attacks. So yeah, you can use your physical fighters to pick off the bombs and what have you, but still in my opinion, just using the dragon summon to quickly take care of all the enemies is probably going to be your best option. And you just have to make sure that you keep on top of Rydia's MP. So maybe have Rosa casting prayer from time to time. And it looks like you're not going to quite get to one-shot those guys, but they should drop quickly afterwards anyway. And with our level lust ability, we should start making our way through these final levels somewhat easily. Just get a couple of heals going there. So we'll start exploring the map here, as you would expect. And then the path forks off. We're going to start heading over to the right hand side, to the east hand side. Grab the treasure chest. So again, I'm just going to pray with Rosa. And summon Dragon with Rydia. And that's fairly simple. And that's the tactic we're going to be following as we go throughout here. So there is a rare enemy spawn, which is the Abyss Worm. You might encounter it. And hopefully you will, because we do need to encounter it once in order to add it to our bestiary. So you can hit it with basically good stuff such as Stop and Break and Tornado as well. So we should be seeing those levels incoming quite soon. Oh, I forgot about the enemy ambush there. Again, even on these enemies, just cast Dragon when possible. We will have to heal up afterwards. As you can see, Cecil's taken a little bit of a beating. Yeah, I don't even think we needed Dragon here, did we? Still, let's finish it off in style. So we'll heal up and then we'll continue on making our way around this lovely place here. Did we actually get any lore as to why our party can just randomly breathe in this place? I can't remember. I don't think we did we? We just have to accept that fact, apparently. Make sure you explore all the nooks as usual because it's quite easy to miss them in this area. Some of the paths are quite wide. Again, when the path splits, we're going to head over to the east once more. Should be another couple of chests for us to grab. And as you can see, we've nearly explored the map here. But we're not quite there just yet. We've got to go back to the west and then just head north finally. And with the map complete, we'll get the actually useful Sirens item. If you don't know what the Siren does, you can actually use that item in order to spawn the rarest enemy in the area. So let me actually give you an example. First of all, I'll just heal up. We'll use Cecil to do such a thing. If we go down to those Sirens, I think I might have already had a couple as well before we collected those other three. Then we can actually spawn the Abyss Worm, which as you can see is very nice indeed. Now what we want to do here is first of all cast stop on this thing because it hurts, and it hurts a lot, as you probably just noticed. And then we're going to dual cast Curagar and Protect. Get Cecil healed up nicely, and then protect him nicely. And we'll just stick with normal attacks for Cecil here. And then just basically lay on the damage. Don't forget, as I told you, can also cast Tornado and Break on this guy. Everything such as that works well. Don't know why I want to use Auto Battle, I don't. So let's just see what I've got down here. Anything exciting? Nah, doesn't look like it. And then down here, Tornado. So this is the rare spawn. You don't have to fight it on this occasion. It will come back up again in the next area. Oh, that's annoying, that miss. Let's go for a break, see if we can do anything exciting. Yeah, there we go. Easiest way to take care of that fella. 18,000 experience, that's not shabby, is it? You know, if you've got a few Sirens, you can certainly clock that up. And then that'll bring us back out into the next area. So here we're just going to start by heading east. Well, we're going to start by going through another battle. This is the cave you're heading for next. So from the last cave, just head east, yeah, then south. And that'll bring you here, which is the Lunar Tunnel East, and it's our next destination. And we're going to start by heading south. There is a dead end, but we do need to map it out. So I'm just going to stick Auto Battle on for these. They're not that challenging. Okay, once you've mapped out the dead end, we're going to start going west and south once more. And it's really linear, as you can see. Eventually we're going to complete the map just by running. Don't worry if your MP is starting to run low, you're about to get it recovered. So 3 more Sirens is our reward for completing the next map here. And then we're back out at the surface. And this time we can actually make our way over to the actual area that we want to be in. Okay, and here we are at the correct location, so make sure you save up this time if you didn't before, or even if you did before. And then when you're ready, we're going to head on inside here. And this is the Crystal Palace first floor. And somewhere around here is a place where we can heal our MP. So make sure you do just cure everybody first. And then as soon as you're ready, we can head over to the central area here, and that will kick off a cutscene for us. Okay, so we have a new party member now in the way of Fusoya. And we had quite a lot of information there. Much of it was very important in regards to the story. So basically, Fusoya is part of an ancient race. And this ancient race decided to settle on the planet that we know and love. And basically, what's happened is that a little bit of a bad Lunarian, which is the name of this race, named Zemus, decided to extinguish all of the life on Earth so that they could claim it for themselves. And A new party member here decided, that's Fusoya by the way, decided that no, that's not going to happen. So he put Zemus, along with a number of other annoying Lunarians, into a kind of stasis or something. And he's kept them that way so that they can't wreak havoc. But now Zemus has decided to start trying to get some power back, and he's done so by collecting the crystals. And of course, as we know, he's been using his puppet Golbez in order to do his dirty work for him, and that's exactly what Golbez has been doing. And also, we learned a little bit about Kluyar, who turned out to be Cecil's father, and also a member of this race of Lunarians, and the designer of the lunar whale that we've been flying around. So hopefully that's to summarise things nicely, and the only other thing that we just learned is that Fusoya can help us access the Tower of Babel. By the way, I forgot to mention that the reason that fella's Zemus is wanting to collect the crystals is he can use those to summon the Giant of Babel, which would be his means of destroying all life. So pretty stereotypical stuff, I guess. We need to go and stop the bad guys, save the world, etc, etc. We are going to have to make our way back to the lunar whale the long way around, unfortunately. But let's just take a moment and look at our new party member. So we have Fusoya, and he's only level 50, sadly. I guess that's because we've got some nice levels going, haven't we? But it does mean that Fusoya has suffered a little bit. So we're just going to start by switching around Fusoya and Edge here. Yes, we are going to be bringing Edge to the front row. Now that he's high level, that should be an absolute fine thing to do. And Fusoya can stay at the back row here. Now we're going to give Fusoya a couple of augments as well. In particular, if we go to key items, we're going to give him the Inferno augment. As well as the Analyze augment. And then we're going to, as I say, make our way back to the lunar whale. Once back at the lunar whale, we're going to board as we would expect. And I guess we can just take this brief opportunity before moving on to heal up. So we'll rest up for the night using our 3 resting pods. And then we're going to go and interact with the navigation cube up here to the north. Just ignore the crystal for the time being. Right, and then we're going to start heading over to the east. You can see there's this circular area. And we're going to just land right on the top of the ring up here. And make our way outside, and then we can head down and around to actually access the cave. And here we are at the cave entrance. One thing you might want to do at this point is, it's going to slow the battles down a bit, which is a little bit annoying, but the fights in this cave can be really quite tough. It's going to Fusoya and change his auto battle command to Bless. That'll just keep the party's MP levels nicely regenerated. But folks, I'm going to finish off today's episode here, and we're going to explore this new dungeon, which is called the Lair of the Father, beginning in the next episode. So thanks for joining me today. Come back soon for more Final Fantasy IV, and don't forget to let me know in the comments section if you're playing along. But until then guys, take care, bye for now.